Now, I thought that only rock stars toured the world and went to fancy places, but by filling in for Elias, as I do regularly, I have discovered that the best job to tour the world constantly and exotic destinations is actually being an automotive journalist. And it really seems to be very cool to be Petrina Gentile. Petrina, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
So how's the world tour going? Where did you come from and where are you heading?
Oh, a lot of exciting places. I think one of my favorites was Italy, where I drove, the Ferrari 296 GTB.
Sucks to be you. Really sucks.
Ferrari second plug-in hybrid on the Fiorano racetrack, the track that is privately owned by Ferrari.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, in my 20 years, that was the first time I've actually been to that track and drove it. So it was really exciting because, like I say, in the 20 years, I haven't been to the Ferrari home at all. So this was a real nice adventure, let's just say.
You drove a new Ferrari on the Ferrari test track.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
It was incredible. And you're with the driver and they let you, push it. And then they critique you afterwards and tell you what you're doing wrong, how you can improve your drive with each passing lap. Wow. And it was a lot of track time. It was about 16 laps throughout the day.
Laps.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that Ferrari is yours for the very affordable price of?
Oh, yeah, north of $325,000.
Okay. Moving on, let's talk about the Chevrolet Equinox.
Right, and not as exotic, and of course in Detroit. So definitely no Italy, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. I've been to Detroit. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not all glamour, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's still okay to be you.
Yeah, it is. It's not too bad. I won't complain. But yeah, this is the Equinox. It's an electric vehicle. It's also available with a gas-powered engine. But this is one of the cheapest electric SUVs that you can buy on the market. It starts around $48,000, and that's before, a pre-delivery inspection and taxes and stuff. But it has a very long range. So it has actually over 500 kilometers of range, about 513 kilometers, which is quite high.
That's good.
A lot of the competitors are in that 400 range, which, when you factor in the speed that you're driving and using some of the heater or the air conditioning, that depletes the battery in some cases. So, and it was actually really true to what you drove. Like the distance we traveled, that's how much roughly that we lost in our range. But a really, a nice little compact vehicle. It qualifies for rebate, so that makes it certainly attractive in terms of bringing the price down. And you can get it with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. We had a chance to drive both. I personally like the all-wheel drive a little bit better because it was faster, and as you were driving. You wanted to pass a vehicle on the highway, you could just floor it and it would do so instantly. The front wheel drive kind of lagged a little bit after you've been driving it a bit. But, a really nice vehicle. It has a lot of new technology inside, too. And I still like the fact that it has traditional buttons for, the volume. Sometimes, as we're moving some of these vehicles, Volvo, Tesla, you don't, everything's all everything. There aren't any hard buttons or anything anymore, and I kind of like having those. But nice technology. It has Super Cruise, which is GM's hands-free driving system, and it works really well. So you can drive along the highway, you can take your hands off the wheel, and it'll set the distance between you and the vehicle ahead. And if it sees that the vehicle ahead of you is slowing down, it can turn the signal on by itself, change lanes by itself when it's clear to do so, and then go back in the lane. And it's a little bit jarring at first, but it's really impressive. It's close to Tesla in terms of its technology.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But what it doesn't have is a wireless phone charger. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All of that is replaced with Google built-in and Amazon Alexa. So that's really where all the GM products, Cadillacs, Buicks, GMCs, they're all going that route. So you're not going to find Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It'll be all a Google-based system. With
the battle lines are drawn between all the big tech giants, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's move on to the Toyota Crown Signia. That's a minivan?
No, this is actually an SUV.
An SUV.
Yeah. But it has sort of a minivan feel to it. It replaces the old Venza. I don't know if you remember that. A little bit boring in its design, but it's a compact, a mid-sized SUV. So it's pretty spacious, especially when you're inside. And it has a nice hip point, like an egress and ingress. So when you actually sit in the seat, you're not falling down like into a sedan type position. It's really easy to get in and out of, especially if you're older and you have, hip joint issues. It's very easy to get into. And it's a nice looking vehicle, very spacious inside. It is only available with a hybrid, which is interesting. So it's a conventional hybrid. It has, 2 electric motors and then a 4-cylinder engine. Very fuel efficient. We drove this in San Diego, California, and I was averaging about 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which, isn't bad considering the size of this vehicle. And like I say, very roomy in the second row seats, lots of cargo space, and it's a vehicle that's built in Japan and coming here in a couple of weeks.
All right. What's your next stop?
Next stop is, again, I'm going to Spain, but that's for vacation on Saturday. And then off to California for the Nissan Kicks. This is their small SUV, so that should be interesting. Gas-powered only.
All right. Okay, this is a tough question. So when Petrina Gentile is on vacation in Spain, does she rent a car?
You know what? Yes. Yeah.
And am I allowed to ask, what does Petrina Gentile rent?
It's a Mini. We're doing a Mini this time.
Okay.
But usually, I've done Pandas. I've done like the cheap and cheerful manual transmission. Always has to be. In this case, it's a Mini, so we could drive along the coast, manual transmission as well. So it should be fun. Weather's supposed to be nice.
Great to talk to you as always. Have a great vacation.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Petrina Gentile, automotive journalist. You can read her stuff in the Globe and Mail.